It's no longer news. Alexander Isak to Liverpool was bound to happen.
On the pre-season tour as it stands at the moment, of course, Liverpool very much the suitors for the 25-year-old striker, the defending champions.
The saga has dominated the headlines in recent weeks. Only this time, there's a major plot twist.
That is that Liverpool are interested in Alexander Isak, and they have made their interest known. An approach has been made. It is said that the Premier League champions have always been interested in the player.
It's one thing for a club to want a player. It's another for that same player to want the club in return. In Isak's case, it becomes even bigger when that player is now actively pursuing the club. Isak is playing into Liverpool's hands. But it doesn't matter, because when it comes down to it, why Isak wants Liverpool is a bigger deal for him than anyone can imagine. So why does this deal make sense then? It's down to two things. For Liverpool, Isak would be the perfect addition. He's to start with Premier League proven quality. Arne Slot's team won the league last season by playing fantastic football. But particularly in that central attacking position, it was clear they needed an upgrade. Darwin Núñez didn't cut it for Liverpool. Slot wanted a highly technical player to lead the line. That's why for large parts of last season, he used Luis Diaz, who's now gone to Bayern in that position, almost as a false nine. The idea was clear. With Diaz, it was a makeshift option that worked. What's better, getting a natural fit into that position? That's what Isak is to this Liverpool team. He'd be coming off the back of his best season in the Premier League too. 23 Premier League goals, 27 goals in all competitions, 6 assists. That's 33 goal contributions in 42 games. That's a man in red-hot form. But it's not just the goals too, it's the quality of the goals. Isak has always been talented, but now he's evolving into something else. A complete forward. Most strikers in the game now either have one or two attributes that work. With some it's pace, with some it's aerial ability, with some it's technique. With Isak it's everything. He's fast enough to be deadly on the counter. He's a big aerial threat. Contact with the ball was clean. But Isak is also technical. Very technical. And to Arne Slot and Liverpool, this is key because they came up against teams with low blocks last season, and the difference was the quality of players like Luis Diaz and Mohamed Salah to unlock defences. Having Isak as an option added to this now just makes that attack even scarier. His ability on the ball? Check. The stats back him up. His XG was the third highest in the league last season. His 46 shots were the fourth most in the league. 211 touches in the opposition's box last season. The second most of any player in the league. That last metric is a clear indicator that even in tight spaces and crowded penalty areas, Isak can still find room to operate. Then add all of this to the fact that with Isak, Liverpool would be getting the best of both worlds from an attacking perspective. They've already signed Ekitike. Now Isak, close your eyes if you're a Newcastle fan, but this is scary. The saga with this one just shows how ruthless Arne Slot wants his team to be. Getting Isak is one thing, but getting him after already signing the man that was supposed to be Newcastle's top transfer target, Ekitike, now that's just mental. The stats indicate something for Liverpool. Isak and Ekitike put up similar numbers last season. Where Isak had more goals with 23 to Ekitike's 15, the shots on target tally of 46 for Isak to 48 for Ekitike means they were more than decent in getting accurate shots on goal. 6 assists for Isak to Ekitike's 8. Isak created 11 big chances where Ekitike created 12. Isak had 42 take-ons compared to Ekitike's 52. The point here is that we live in an era of football where squad depth for the biggest teams in the world is a necessity. Slot's plan has always been to get a technical centre forward. Now he's got 2 and can decide to either rotate or start both. That's crazy. Signing Isak also becomes key for Arne Slot when he factors in what the competition would be in the coming season. Fact is, yes, Liverpool won the league last season, 84 points. 10 more than second-placed Arsenal, but the point here is they won the league when the realistic truth is the competition around them dipped. Manchester City has arguably their worst season since Pep Guardiola took charge of the club in 2016 and finished third. Arsenal finished second again, but from a numbers angle, this was the worst in 4 seasons since Arteta became manager. Then you look at what these two teams have done. Manchester City? They'd added the likes of Ryan Cherki, Ait Nouri, Tijani Reinders, and Omar Marmoush. Suddenly, that City team looks complete again. Arsenal? They've finally gotten Victor Gyökeres over the line, added Noni Madueke and Martin Zubimendi to the team. Suddenly, that Arsenal team looks complete as well. Factor in Chelsea, the club World Cup champions, and the squad they have. Joao Pedro, Liam Delap, Jamie Bino Gittens, Estevao. The idea becomes clearer here. Arne Slot knows the league won't be what it was last season. The competition around him is getting stronger. City and Arsenal have already made statement signings, and that's what Isak is going to be with this Liverpool team. A statement signing that commands respect. Still on this, if we analyse the teams around Liverpool even further, particularly from a numbers angle, Isak is a headline move. Manchester City is predicted to be Liverpool's main competition in trying to regain the league title back, and they've got Erling Haaland and Omar Marmoush. Arsenal adding Victor Gyökeres to the mix means they've got him alongside Kai Havertz and Gabriel Jesus. Chelsea have Joao Pedro, who we saw glimpses of how good he can be in 2 games at the Club World Cup, alongside Liam Delap and Nicholas Jackson. With Liverpool, the untimely passing of Diogo Jota means they're already lightweight in the position. Darwin Núñez is still expected to leave before the end of the window. What this ultimately means is that even with Hugo Ekitike, not signing Isak would have meant a lack of depth in that position, a position where the competition around Liverpool looks particularly strong. Seeing it like this, the Isak deal just makes sense. Plus, signing Isak would be following a club tradition that seems to have continued even with a new manager. From Jurgen Klopp to Arne Slot, it seems like Liverpool has a special interest in players who perform particularly well against them. Think about transfers in the past, the likes of Darwin Núñez, Takumi Minamino, Luis Diaz, Ibrahima Konate, and arguably even Jeremy Frimpong. All these players mentioned above faced Liverpool and put in solid performances against them, prompting the club to sign them shortly after. It's the same with Isak too. Against Liverpool, particularly last season, he was lethal, scored this banger in the league. A goal so crazy, even Arne Slot was shocked in the press conference after.
Throughout the whole squad, but especially up front as well. So that they are able to score a goal, that's not a surprise for me. And yeah, especially the first one. Oh, what a finish that was.
But even more importantly, for Isak and Newcastle fans, he scored against Liverpool again.
Murphy, Isak!
This time, on neutral ground, his goal at Wembley proved to be the difference. Newcastle won 2-1 to win the Carabao Cup and the club's first trophy in 56 years. Isak is the definition of a big game player. His record against the Premier League's traditional Big Six, 15 goals and 2 assists in 27 games. That's 17 goal contributions against the Big Six.
He almost always gives Van Dijk, Saliba, Gabriel, the best center backs in the league. Some would say they're some of the best center backs in the world. He consistently gives them issues. I've watched them now in the Carabao Cup semi-finals against Arsenal, watched them against Liverpool in the league earlier when they drew 3-3 at St. James's Park.
A solid point as well. It's not just the goals and how he scores them. Isak genuinely gives the world's best defenders a tough time. He's done Virgil van Dijk dirty, has done William Saliba and Gabriel dirty in the past. Don't get me started on Mickey van den Ven too. Cleaned turf with him. The point is, Isak is a lethal goal threat. He ticks every criterion for Liverpool, but all that we've said so far has focused on the club's angle. The other angle to this deal? It's from the player himself, Isak. Isak knows the truth. It's why he's pushing hard for the move.
Is the opportunity there to join Liverpool, to win the Champions League, to win the Premier League. He could do those with Newcastle, but it's unlikely, isn't it? It's unlikely that Newcastle are going to win the Champions League or the Premier League anytime soon, especially when you look at how difficult they found this transfer market. They brought in 2 players, and one player was announced today from the Korean second division, so they're not exactly signing the top players in the world. So Isak knows he's got a great opportunity to play for one of the world's great clubs.
It's the truth. See guys, Isak had a choice. He could either become a part of what Newcastle wanted to build long term or join Liverpool and succeed now. Seems the Liverpool idea works best for him, and to be honest, you can't blame the guy. At 25, he's close to entering what could be the prime years of his career. Then he's got the chance to join a Liverpool team that, let's be honest, is primed to succeed. Winning the league last season seems to make everyone forget that this same Liverpool team topped the Champions League group stage phase and only got knocked out on penalties by the eventual winners PSG. This same Liverpool team made it to the final of the Carabao Cup. The point here, Liverpool achieved all of this in Slot's first season, and Isak could see this. As a player, the move just makes sense. Entering his prime years with one of the best teams in the world and constantly fighting for titles and trophies. It's not to say he wouldn't be able to do this at Newcastle, but it's clear that the Toon Army is in a project rebuild. They've been in project rebuild ever since the Saudi takeover. They've qualified for the Champions League twice in the last 2 seasons and made the Carabao Cup final twice in the last 2 seasons as well. For Newcastle, this is success. This is a steady curve. But the harsh reality is that Isak isn't ready to wait around until this Newcastle team starts challenging for big trophies and titles. He wants to win with Liverpool now. But there's also another reason why Isak pushed so hard for the move. It's because he also knows that if the opportunity passes, he might never get this again. Coming into this summer's transfer window, Isak was in a golden spot. Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester United, and Liverpool all needed reinforcements in the transfer market. The Isak to Arsenal links were heavy. The comparisons with Thierry Henry and how Isak could potentially become the 2.0 of what Henry was at Arsenal. With Chelsea, it was a case of the club attempting to make a statement in the window for him. How the club rated him highly and he'd become a target from afar. With United, Isak was the benchmark for the number 9 that the club wanted. In the space of 3 weeks, Isak has seen almost all his options disintegrate. Arsenal signed Victor Gyökeres, so that ended any transfer links. Chelsea signed João Pedro and Liam Delap, leaving Isak with only 2 options. Manchester United, according to reports, from a financial perspective, the deal would be too expensive for Manchester United. Not like it was going to happen anyways. Isak also reportedly wasn't interested in any move to United, even if they were willing to pay more. How do we know this? It's the same way he turned down personal terms of around 600k a week, tax-free from the Saudi Pro League. This move isn't about money for Isak. It's why United was never in the picture, because in truth, they're a step down from Newcastle. It's why Isak pushed hard. With Liverpool signing Ekitike, it meant that his options had drastically reduced. If the move didn't happen, he'd have to stay at Newcastle. Personal terms were never the issue for him. Isak coming to this Liverpool team makes them stronger and gives them the edge in the attacking department. It's a statement from Liverpool, and for Isak too. He scored 23 goals in the league, with all respect to Newcastle, a team that's inferior to Liverpool. Imagine Isak at the end of balls from players like Mohamed Salah and Florian Wirtz. He could blow his XG through the roof. What do you guys think of Isak? Is he that good? Can he fit into Liverpool's plans? Or is the club making a mistake that could become costly in the future? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to Matchday Moments as well.